After 60, life isn't over. It's the start of a whole new chapter. Once you pass 60, something subtle yet powerful begins to shift in your life. It's not always immediate, but it's real, and for many, it comes with a mix of surprise and uncertainty. Some people begin to blossom, feeling lighter, more joyful, and more connected to who they truly are than ever before. But for others, each day feels heavier. They wake up not quite knowing what to do, where to go, or even who they are anymore. So, what separates these two very different experiences of life after 60? It's not about being lucky or having the perfect retirement plan. It's about having the right tools, physical, emotional, and even financial, to build a fulfilling life. In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 absolutely essential things every person needs after 60. Not just to survive, but to thrive. These aren't luxury dreams or far-fetched goals. They're foundational pillars that can make the difference between feeling invisible and feeling alive. And let me tell you, the last one on this list might just be the most overlooked, yet most powerful one of all. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive in. 1. A renewed sense of purpose. Let's start with something that's deeply personal: your sense of purpose. After decades of working, raising children, chasing goals, and being responsible for everyone else, retirement hits. The kids are off building their own lives, your career's behind you, and suddenly your calendar is wide open. And while freedom sounds good in theory, for many people it leaves a hole they didn't expect. Meet Helen, a 67-year-old woman living in Asheville, North Carolina. For over 30 years, she ran a local bakery, raising 3 kids along the way. When she sold the shop and retired, she thought she'd enjoy long mornings, leisurely walks, and time with her grandkids. But within 6 months, something didn't feel right. She wasn't unhappy, but she wasn't lit up anymore. It wasn't until she began volunteering at a local high school's culinary program, sharing baking tips with students, that her spark returned. She wasn't just teaching. She was contributing. She was needed. And that gave her life meaning again. That's the secret. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be paid. It just has to make you feel like you matter. Whether that's mentoring someone, growing a garden, writing your life story, or walking dogs at a shelter, you need something that pulls you out of bed each morning with intention. Because when you lose your purpose, your days begin to blend together. But when you find it, every day becomes an adventure again. 2. Deep, meaningful human connections. Here's something most people don't talk about enough. Loneliness after 60 is a silent epidemic. You may still have friends. You may have family. But if you're not connecting with people on a real, consistent level, it starts to eat away at your spirit. Take George, a 71-year-old widower in Boise, Idaho. After his wife passed, he stayed strong for a while. "I'm fine," he'd say to friends. But the truth? His house got too quiet. His phone didn't ring as much. He stopped attending church, then skipped his poker nights. The turning point came when he bumped into an old friend at the hardware store, and they invited him to a weekly breakfast meetup for retired guys. Just eggs and coffee, but laughter, stories, and a sense of belonging came with it. Research shows that regular social engagement can reduce your risk of Alzheimer's, heart disease, and even premature death. Just having someone to talk to, someone who sees you, listens to you, laughs with you, can completely shift your mental and physical health. So pick up the phone. Join a community center. Take that painting class. Say yes to the invitation, even when you're tired. Because life isn't meant to be lived alone. 3. Physical strength and mobility. Your ticket to freedom. Let's get real. After 60, your body starts whispering to you. And if you don't listen, those whispers turn into shouts. Many people assume aches, stiffness, or fatigue are just part of aging. But most of the decline we associate with aging comes from inactivity, not age itself. Let me introduce you to Ralph, a 69-year-old retired firefighter in Tucson, Arizona. Ralph was always strong, but after retiring, he stopped moving as much. He gained 25 pounds, had trouble sleeping, and started using a cane after a minor fall. Then his daughter challenged him, "Dad, come walk with me. Just around the block." That one walk turned into a daily habit. Soon, Ralph added squats, resistance bands, and short hikes to his routine. Within 3 months, he ditched the cane. Within 6, he felt like himself again. You don't need to become a gym rat, but you do need to move. Try walking 20 minutes a day. Do gentle yoga. Strengthen your legs and core to avoid falls. Because independence isn't just about where you can drive, it's about whether you can get off the couch without pain. And the best part? It's never too late to start. 4. Financial confidence, not just survival but peace. Let's talk about something that keeps people up at night: money. Even if you've been careful with your savings, retirement can bring unexpected expenses. Medical bills, home repairs, inflation. And when your income becomes fixed, every surprise can feel like a crisis. But it doesn't have to be that way. Meet Diane, a 66-year-old retired school principal in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. She thought she was financially prepared. But when her roof started leaking and her dog needed surgery, she panicked. For the first time in decades, she felt vulnerable. Instead of ignoring the problem, she sat down with a financial advisor at her local credit union. Together, they built a plan: budget tweaks, downsizing her SUV, even turning her love of quilting into a small Etsy shop. Today, Diane sleeps better. She feels in control. And that's what financial stability really means: not being rich, but being ready. Knowing that whatever life throws at you, you have options. You have a plan. So don't wait for a crisis. Review your finances. Cut unnecessary costs. Explore part-time or passion-based income. And most of all, educate yourself. Because financial peace equals mental peace. 5. Ongoing personal growth and a sense of curiosity. Last but absolutely not least, don't stop growing. When we stop learning, stop exploring, and stop challenging ourselves, life begins to shrink. Not just mentally, but spiritually. Let me tell you about Samuel, a 74-year-old in Sacramento, California. Samuel was a retired mechanic who never finished high school. One day, his grandson asked him for help with a science project, and Samuel realized how much he missed learning. He enrolled in a GED prep class, then took an online woodworking course. He started building toys for his grandkids and furniture for his porch. The joy in his eyes when he talked about finishing his first bookshelf? Priceless. Whether it's learning photography, diving into local history, picking up Spanish, or just doing crossword puzzles, your brain craves stimulation. And the more you give it, the sharper you stay. Mentally, emotionally, and even socially. Because curiosity is youth in disguise. So here's the truth. After 60, your life isn't winding down, it's opening up. But it's up to you to choose how you live it. Let's recap the 5 essential things you need. A renewed sense of purpose. Deep and consistent social connection. Physical strength and movement. Financial clarity and control. Ongoing personal growth and curiosity. If you're missing one or more of these, don't feel bad. Just start today. Take one small step. Reach out. Move your body. Learn something. Review your finances. Volunteer. Try. That's how the transformation begins. You've earned this chapter. Make it one you're proud of. If you found this message helpful or inspiring, leave a comment below and share which of these areas you're going to focus on this week. Let's support each other, because growing older is better when we do it together. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another video full of uplifting, real-life advice. We'll see you in the next one.